we have moved to playing online via webcam. And that means that you could join the fun. Find out how in the description, and you might find yourself featured on the channel. Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. Here we have Thomas on Turbo Depths versus Eli on Bug Delver. A deck that he has done very well with. Eli, a multiple-time ELD Open champion in the Legacy format. And Turbo Depths may be probably least happy to face down this variant of Delver. He thought he's a good start, however, and does see that Oko, who can be a big problem. Oh, but is that a Bitter Blossom? Bitter Blossom, also a really gross card for Turbo Depths to have to deal with. Just creates those infinite 1/1 blockers every turn. Forces you to find a card like Sajiri's Step, or just kind of find another way around, and he concedes to taking that Bitter Blossom. You Thoughtseize, and you leave your opponent with a Brainstorm, Force of Will, Oko, and another blue card. Doesn't feel great, but oh, another Thoughtseize. And Eli opting not to Brainstorm in response. That pair of forces, very interesting. I'm a little surprised that he didn't opt to Brainstorm there. Would have been able to hide something good and still have a Force of Will. Thomas has got a Thespian Stage on hand and may be able to assemble a win without even playing a spell. Oko just a big problem for multiple reasons, so he makes a food token which can push Eli out of kind of a single hit range, and then he can also elk a Merit Lage. And there looks like an Urborg in Thomas's hand, which surprises me a little bit that he didn't play that. Urborg allows for a faster combo kill. If you have Urborg and Thespian Stage plus Dark Depths, you only need 3 lands as your Dark Depths actually taps for mana. That makes a card like Crop Rotation even more dangerous. Though to be fair, Force of Will is on the other side of the table. At least one copy of Force is going to have to be contended with. And now Eli opting to get aggressive, making an Elk and turning it sideways. Plays a Tarmogoyf. Urborg gives Thomas just all the mana. See an Elvish Spirit Guide in his hand. Yet another Thoughtseize. That grabs a single force. And now the Vampire Hexmage, which can take out Oko. And Elvish Reclaimer, that is... I mean, boy, you really got to consider Force of Willing this here. Elvish Reclaimer can make a Merit Lage the next turn. And Eli does force it. And that is either lethal or very close to lethal as Thomas packs it in. I believe from that board position, Thomas would have been able to use that Elvish Reclaimer to go get a Dark Depths entering the battlefield tapped, but really not that big of a drawback as, you know, you are missing out on tapping it for mana thanks to Urborg, but It's not really the primary job description of Dark Depths. It's really there to be transformed into that 2020 Merit Lage. Looks like he's got a foil token at the front of his sideboard there as well. We'll see if we actually get to see that 2020 enter the battlefield. We'll also see if Eli has some unexpected ways of handling it. Legacy's an incredibly deep pool. I've seen some pretty wild answers. I lost a game many years ago. Still remember it. I was playing a bug landstill list versus a Dark Depths combo, and for some reason forgot that it was indestructible, and played right into the game loss. Had about a million ways of making it completely impossible for my opponent to win, and I just wasn't worried about the 2020 because I was just going to destroy it with whatever cards I was relying on at the time. It might have been an Abrupt Decay or something. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. There are a lot of ways to handle Merit Lage. Abrupt Decay, not one of them, as it is indestructible. Let me know what your favorite way of taking out a Merit Lage is. Bouncing it with Jace, elking it, Submerge, that's a spicy one. Of course, stealing a Merit Lage can be very bad for your opponent's health. Copying it with Phantasmal Image. What is the best way, in your estimation, to handle that 2020 if he does show his face? And Thomas is going to mull. We're going to skip over the mulling. All right, Thomas leading out with a Mox Diamond, discarding a Ghost Quarter, a card that is often an answer for opposing Wastelands. And we've got a Duress, seeing Tarmogoyf, Delver of Secrets, 2 Abrupt Decays, and a Ponder. So an easy decision here. Taking the Ponder, though Abrupt Decay could blow up this Mox Diamond to disastrous effect. Maybe tempting, just too tempting to pass on. We'll see if Eli goes for a turn 2 Goyf or just opt to uncounterable Stone Rain. Oh, and this is not looking good here for Turbo Depths. A mull plus a Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond really at its worst when you have to mulligan. That discarding a card just feels so much worse. And I'm not sure what variant on Turbo Depths this is. There are a lot of different builds that people have played. I've seen a Mox Diamond build with Stifle, supported by the extra colors added, and floating mana in response to the Abrupt Decay, just a little bit of theater there. I've seen builds that run Life from the Loam to add some resiliency. Though at that point, I kind of feel like you're better off playing just traditional lands. Delver swings in there, not flipped, and now a Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom really assuring that Dark Depths needs an additional way of getting past those tokens. And we got Crop Rotation and Elvish Spirit Guide. So Thomas actually has everything he needs. This Duress, or this Thoughtseize, I should say, going to be responded to with a Crop Rotation. He grabs Urborg. Just an Elvish Spirit Guide left. That gets taken. I don't think that line made any sense. I think he could have just used the Elvish Spirit Guide along with the Verdant Catacombs to make the Merit Lage. I think that may have been preferable. He would have remained with an Elvish Spirit Guide in hand and that would have made drawing crop rotation a way that he could actually win this game. It looks like it's very likely that this Bitter Blossom is just going to ride out this Merit Lage. If Thomas does have Sajiri's Step, he'll be able to give it pro-black. And we'll see if Eli actually turns any of his Delver of Secrets sideways. He does. So Eli taking a aggressive strategy. I'm not sure if he knows the risks that this opens him up to necessarily. Sajiri's Step really the only way that Thomas is going to win, and holding back Delver actually would not allow that to happen. And Urborg, and that is it. So Eli taking that one down, Sajiri's Step not showing its face, and Bitter Blossom playing that defense, making sure that Bug Delver can just cross the finish line without any counterplay. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.